Welcome back to the show. Chennai's pride, the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, is set to get a new look for the mega cricket event, the World Cup 2011. That's by the end of this year. And to meet this deadline, close to 2,000 labourers from different parts of the country are sweating it out around the clock. But do they have basic protective gear? Do they get the same wages as their local counterparts? Our reporter Sudarshan Kumar has the shocking answers.
What's the price these labourers have to pay for doing their job in another state? Quite simply, they have to forego half their wages. Note the disparity.
कितना यहाँ पे कितना देता है एक दिन का?
देता है 150 रुपये। 150 रुपये 8 घंटे 150।
और अगर एक्स्ट्रा काम करोगे तो
8 घंटा।
कितने घंटे का 150?
8 घंटा।
और एक्स्ट्रा काम करोगे तो
ओवरटाइम 10 रुपया देता है। எவ்வளவு கொடுக்குறாங்க? 200 ரூபாய் தான்.
அவங்க ரேட் எல்லாமே ரேட் தான். இல்ல ஒண்ணும் மஸ்டர் கிடையாது. எல்டிஸ்லாம் இன்னைக்கு கான்ட்ராக்ட். எல்லா சகலமும் நீயே வாங்கி வந்து செய்து முடிச்சு.
It's not just a huge difference in their wages. These outsiders, as they are called, coming from Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, may even have to pay with their lives should any of them slip and fall down. Look at them working here, precariously perched at more than 100 feet above the ground, with no protective gear, no helmets, no safety ropes, no nets. Not long ago, similar scenes were witnessed while the new Tamil Nadu Secretariat was being constructed. Clearly, no lessons have been learnt. Where are their contractors? Ask the Labour Department, whose duty it is to take care of the welfare of workers, and the door will be slammed at you. So when you go to the stadium to catch all that pulsating cricket action, don't forget these real men of the matches. Don't forget these poor, impoverished and exploited souls who toil for your entertainment. They want no standing ovation. All they want is a fair deal. For 12 to 16 hours of back-breaking work, they just want a fraction of what you would pay for a ticket to these stands. With Sudarshan in Chennai, Sanjay Pinto for NDTV Hindu.
Right, there's some really shocking developments being brought to our attention by our reporter, my colleague Sudarshan Kumar. But then now it's not the turn of Sudarshan Kumar to give us the shocking answers. The onus is now on the authorities to explain to us how something like this is allowed to proceed without little administration, without little action being taken. And for giving us those answers, we are joined live by Mr. Pun Kumar. He's the chairman of the Construction Workers Welfare Board. So welcome to the show. First up, I'll start off with the first question again. Again, that was the first issue raised by our reporter in the report, that we are talking about a huge gap in the payment that is received by the migrant laborers as opposed to the laborers that are coming from outside, called the outside laborers from outside. A very stark difference is observed here. It's almost the level of discrimination is almost gross. We're talking about 150 rupees as opposed to 300 rupees. So we're talking about a big difference here. Talking strictly about money, we'll come to other issues later. Talking firstly strictly about money, also take into consideration the fact that some of these migrant laborers also might have to send money back to their families, back in their hometowns. So keeping that in mind, keeping that with that perspective, how do you explain such a wide gap, such a wide disparity?
A workers who come straightly here, he can get equal salary. How much they getting in Chennai labor, but usually contractor goes other states and pay advance and bringing them. They are only getting low wages. Naturally, suppose a man from Ramanapuram, he can get there 200 rupees. He directly came to Chennai. He can get equal salary 400, 450. That is the problem.
Now that would bring me to the second question here, that is about safety, the concerns about safety that is again raised. Now the visuals clearly tell the story that there was basic security equipment such as helmets, such as safety ropes. None of them can be seen in the visuals. How do you explain that? I mean, they can pay the ultimate cost. One is of course the wide disparity in the payment that they receive. What about fears that these laborers might end up paying the ultimate cost, their lives?
Some contractor are giving a helmet and something. but workers, they are not wearing this. We have to give awareness to the labor. That job we are doing.
So the job is still underway as the work is underway. Some shocking answers coming in. But sir, I'll ask you this one final question here to talk about in the larger context of, again, Tamil Nadu is the industrial hub. We see a lot of migrant workers here. What steps are being taken to ensure that such discrimination, such widespread discrimination does not really perforate down to even the grassroots level throughout the state?
The migration workers are less number. In our board, we adopt a resolution to register a member, the migrant worker, a member of the board. And if he became a member of the board, he can get the benefits of the board, death benefit 1 lakh, nature death 17 rupees, maternity benefit, children's education benefit, old age benefit, like that you can get.
Right, Mr. Punkumar. Thank you for joining us again. Benefits subject to admission to that board is what Mr. Punkumar has just told us again. So gives us a fair enough idea of, again, the action that is being taken to ensure that there is a parity, not only in terms of money, but also in terms of security, in terms of life, ensuring safety for these laborers. Moving ahead from that shocking story, even as Chennai attracts foreign biggies to set up shop in what is being touted as one of India's fastest developing industrial hubs, poorly planned infrastructure poses a serious threat to businesses. Christy Abraham brings us this report on how rain affects the industrial units operating in the city.
Imagine walking the last lap to work, knee-deep in water. People working at offices in VSI estate have been facing this ordeal since the monsoon rains started in Chennai. What irks them more is 3 days after the rain stopped, roads still remain flooded.
There's no outlet for water in this area. We've got 2 high roads on both sides. We're literally like a catchment area for water. And my office, which is just down the road here, and you can see, the water right on the ground over here.
As offices remain cut off by flooding, companies in VSI estate have made arrangements to ferry their employees in. Companies say authorities have not reacted to their complaints.
There was a culvert in that corner near SAP tools. So the floodwaters would recede within a matter of 1 or 2 days maximum. On the contrary, while constructing the Rajiv Gandhi Salai, they have blocked the culvert. And in spite of our representation, they didn't construct another new culvert. Because of that, from around 1997 or so, almost every year we have been having flooding.
Here is a contradiction of sorts. The estate you see behind me houses at least 70 manufacturing units and 2 big IT companies that employs at least 600 employees. Now going to work like this is not a joke, but who is to hear their cries? No one, it seems. The solution, they say, is simple. All they want is an effective drainage system. Now it is the time for the government to act. In Thiruvanmiyur, at the BSI estate, Christy for NDTV Hindu.
Now the days of the humble blackboard could well be numbered. Find out the futuristic solutions by the school kids on the other side.